Coach, you want to start off with a couple thoughts and then we'll go to questions.
Yeah, I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the guys, man. They played hard, gave themselves a chance to win the game, had more assists than turnovers against a team that prides themselves on pressure. Again, we know what we're fighting and the obstacles, and I'm not into all that, you know. But what I'm proud of is those guys went out there again and they played as hard as they could, and we took hits, and you know it was really fun game to watch, you know, because sometimes you see your team growing in those moments, and you know guys are giving all they have, and you know that's a testament to them. Happy that they're fighting, and we're gonna get some payback for it. You know, this is just a tough team to play against, you know, with the style that they play. With the shuffling in and out of guys, but up until the last 3.5, 4 minutes, you know, we had an opportunity. We got to 4. We had our chances, and you know sometimes it happens. But overall, I'm proud of the group for the way they played and went out and competed tonight.
Kelly,
the second half, you guys started really fast and went on a run and got back into the game at that point. How encouraging was it to see that after that's been such a struggle this year to start the second half of games and starting halves just in general to get momentum going there and seeing your team come out with some fire?
It was great. You know, I thought we didn't end the half as well. We gave up some opportunities, and to come out and get that fast start, I think it ignited us. And you know, I told them before the game, leading into the game as well, it was going to be a game of runs, you know, so that's how FSU plays. It might be a game of runs with nobody not even doing nothing, but it's going to be a game of runs. You're going to get a lot of cardio. So it's not an easy game to play in, and not an easy team to play against. But again, I give our guys credit. They came out in that second half, they were prepared, and I think we ended up shooting over 50. And I know for a fact that's hard to do against FSU.
The foul trouble seemed to really get you with Ibrahim and Bai. Just that gave up a lot of easy baskets and some runs where you guys were playing well. They were getting foul trouble and then could maybe be as aggressive around the rim on defense, and then Bai fouls out, and that was sort of the end of it. But just how difficult is it to manage it when you have basically like 2 big guys and that's it for this type of matchup?
Well, it's difficult, but you know I consider Duncan in terms of guarding. He can guard it. He can guard Ewan, you know, and things like that. You know, you don't always prefer that matchup, but he can guard. The thing with Soiree and the thing with Bai, they got to commit. They got to know their worth to the team. I think it's. I always say this, and I tell my guy Lance will tell you. I always say, man, it's like a college thing, right? You know, but when you're seasoned, I tell guys sometimes you just got to let that guy score. We need you on the floor more than we need you to attempt to take away that 2 points, because he's going to score anyway, but then you fouled him, now you're not in the game. And so those are the things that you can't have in a game like this, and it did. It hurt us, and you know, by getting that foul, and you know, you pick up your 5th foul and you're 21 feet away from the basket, that made it even worse.
In terms of just I know it's hard you want to win games, but is it encouraging to see this fight still with your team, even when they're struggling and down so many guys? You had basically 4 guys you projected to be in your rotation not play tonight, right, going into the season, and you played with 6.
You know, left-hand column, right-hand column. Hockey is the only sport where you get half a point, right? But the fight is there, and that shows they care. The fight is there, and that shows they care. You know, this guy right here, I mean, you know, he plays hard. He puts it on the line every night. You know, but it's the fight. It's the fight, and they are fighting, and we're gonna continue to fight. We'll get some payback. You know, the thing about this conference this year. It's just a little indifferent. I think that everybody, you know, that's not at the top feels a little down about what's going on. But man, the only thing it takes is a good week. It takes a good week. So we got this next week. Let's get it back, you know, and we have to do that. And that's what I'm preaching. That's what I'm encouraging them to understand. And I think that we played a lot of games, but I've seen our team take on my personality more tonight than any other game that I've seen this year.
You got something for Lance?
Yeah, Lance, I was curious. Obviously, the hand thing going into the game and you know, giving it a go. It seemed like in the first half you were maybe struggling. In the second half, you got going. What was kind of the difference there, and what got you going?
You know, just keep on playing. You know, that adrenaline kind of kicked in a little bit towards the end. You know, just trying to continue to play hard, really, and play through whatever I was feeling.
With this team, they're so long, Florida State, and the way they defend you in the full court pressure and stuff. What was it like playing a game where there weren't a lot of subs? You were going to have to play most of the game.
You know, it was fun. You know, FSU's done that for years. I've played them, I can't even tell you how many times. So I've been used to that. So, you know, it wasn't anything new for any of us. You know, all we had to do was just handle the pressure, which I think we did a pretty good job of for the most part.
Was it frustrating that you guys couldn't get over that hump? Like you got to 3, got it to 4, got to 6. Like, it just seemed like every time you guys were right on the cusp of kind of pulling it away, you couldn't quite get over that hump.
I mean, it's frustrating, of course, you know, during the moment. But, you know, while we're there, just keep reminding each other just to keep fighting and to keep pushing through. And then, you know, eventually we'll get over that hump.
Go ahead.
This is for either person. What do you do to prepare for a team like Florida State that doesn't really have one true guy who initiates the offense? I mean, you could have Jameer initiating it. You could have, heck, sometimes Malik Ewan initiating it, Davis, Jackson. How do you prepare for that?
Really just knowing the scouting report. So knowing what each guy does, what the tendencies are, and, you know, whenever plays they run, just pretty much just guarding your yard. You know, whoever comes down, whoever initiates the offense, all you have to do is just guard your yard and then go from there.
You got anything else?
Yeah, Damon, I was curious, just any updates on Jaden or Luke or Wasey and like timelines, anything like. I know you got one game and then you got a weekend off, I think, coming up. So does that get you closer to maybe getting any of them back?
You know, I'm not necessarily for sure. You know, we just got to see. I'm not for sure. You know, I think all 3 of them are coming up on test again, but again, I'm not too for sure.